the next victory for Baden-Baden, and we are with Vallejo Pons, who secured the win of Baden-Baden. Firstly, congratulations on your victory, and please share us your ideas about the games and thoughts.
Well, of course, I'm very happy because I haven't played chess for so long time that coming back with a victory against a strong grandmaster with black pieces is a very good result, of course. The team is doing very well, and so we're going to win the match. And well, of course, I mean, there's still a lot of games to come, but of course it's a great start. I've played this already some time ago, but of course I could not remember and I wasn't sure if he will be prepared for it. And I remember it was quite critical position here. He took with the bishop, but taking with the queen, and this was also quite possible. I'm not sure. And going here, I don't really know. Took with the bishop, I guess. Okay, going back, but okay, then c5, bishop c6, I'm okay. So he just played here, but I think somehow maybe this is not good enough for him, because it's like pair of bishops and I don't see anything happening immediately. Of course, I'm a little bit strange with my pieces, but it shouldn't be a problem. No, at first I wanted to play here, but then later I realized queen g4 is very unpleasant because this g7 I cannot protect because castle, bishop h6. And I have big problems here. So f6 I think is a very good move. And then basically h2 is hanging all the time and it's hard to do much for him. He played rook d1, this was I think the best move. And then I played rook d8, I think it's because actually castle was some funny line. Queen d3, I'm pinned here. Then I can play, it looks like I can play here because I have this trick, which is beautiful. I think at first I thought it's working, but then I realized, okay, taking it loses to rook d1. But bishop f4 is good, I think. And then he takes on f8 when I go out with my queen. And I thought white might be slightly better here, but I wasn't completely sure, but I think white is better. So probably I cannot play like that. So I played rook d8 immediately, just trying to protect something here. And then I have two options, like going e5 or going c5, depends. He played bishop d2, maybe bishop e3 is possible as well, so he can just come immediately. But here, okay, I played c5, I think it's good, because if bishop a5, I have bishop h2. And then I take this guy, and, well, I don't see anything immediately, so it should be good. Also with c5, I'm stopping queen a4 here, because queen a4, bishop a5 might be a problem, so c5 is good. And here what he did, he played here, and it was actually quite interesting, because I thought for a long time, I wasn't sure how to do it. I think in the end I played bishop e7. I'm not sure if I'm getting confused already with the game. No, maybe he played first h3. Oh yes, he played h3 first. He just wants to avoid this bishop h2. I came here, because if I go just castle, he goes bishop a5. And white is better, so I had to play here. All this not perfect, but anyway, at least I'm not threatening h2 anymore, so I can go here. Also, sometimes I can have some other moves. I think he played already queen c4, queen b6, because I couldn't find anything else. Yes, because there is this trick. Here, and rook d7. Rook d7, queen e6, and he gets back the rook, and he's better. So there was a lot of tricks, and I had to be very careful to control everything. Then it was okay. So I couldn't castle. I played queen b6 first. It has different ideas, but okay. For example, some bishop b5 to get rid of this queen. It protects e6, of course, so I can maybe castle at some point. but maybe now it's still not working, but maybe bishop b5 or just going away with my bishop. Also, of course, e5, bishop e6 is another idea. So he played a4. And I played a5 because, sorry, e5, because here again, bishop a5, yeah? So I think I have to play like this. Bishop e3 is a great move. And here I had a very tough decision because if I go here, then he takes. And I don't want to take with my king. And I'm not in time to take with my rook, so it's not very nice. And also, if I go here first, I thought queen c3 might be unpleasant because this guy is so weak. Also, this knight is coming sometimes. And I wasn't sure how to play here. I thought maybe here, but at least he has like a draw probably. And maybe even something else. So this was a very difficult move, but I think might be correct actually. Because it gives him this possibility. And then he has, for example, check and take here. But he says change down and he has some compensation, but I'm not sure he's probably he's not better. But I'm not sure also he's worse. So it's maybe it was a better option for him because here it's a very double-edged. My king is a little bit weak, but I have some little bit of material compensation. Also, I can have some maybe some counterplay on the g file or the b2 pawn is hanging. So, well, if I manage to organize a little bit my pieces, I might be doing okay. But I think this was a good chance for him, maybe to do it, because otherwise, then he's just a little bit worse, I think. Yeah, I mean, knight d2, I had to play here, I think. Queen b5 check, I played here. Maybe this was an option, but I thought here. b3 was possible, knight e4 also. I played queen c6, trying to stop check and check. f3. I played a6. I'm not so sure, but I was a bit worried that he will double and just jump on d6. So I played a6 first. If he takes, I take with the rook, then I bring the other rook to b8. I have a pair of bishops, so I'm better. Here I played h6. I was also not sure what I'm going to do if he just plays like that, trying to control this square. Maybe a little bit better, but really not much. I think he played what here? Rook d2. And I played f5 already. Maybe rook d8 was more normal. I wasn't sure this kind of positions what are going to happen because I wanted at least to change one rook. Because if I don't change this rook, then I might be in trouble here with this square. So I need to change at least one rook. So rook d2, I played f5, I'm not sure if this is correct. Knight c3, rook d8, I thought I'm better. So he played here, trying to get to this square, but I wanted to play c4. He got a5, so he gets this square. Played rook d8, he took here. Bishop b6, rook d5 to protect the pawn. Now he played b3. I'm a little bit better, but it's still very difficult to do something useful. Rook b5, he took, I played queen c4. And this pawn is kind of weak, but this is very solid with the bishop here, especially in time travel. And here, probably I could have played just bishop f6. But, okay, I'm slightly better, but I thought this is a better practical chance because I have not so much time left, and I will change queens, and then it's difficult to lose at least. So I can kind of play with at least having a draw. I think if checked, just bishop f6, and he has a lot of threats. So he played here. I wasn't sure if I have some other move, but in the end I just took here. Played bishop f6. And this endgame, I'm a little bit better, but it's a lot of work to do. And okay, I don't know what happened then. And then a lot of things happened. We got to this position, and like this was here. Yeah, we got to this position in the end. This was like after the time trouble. And he played king h2. I went bishop g5. And I don't know, he played bishop e3. Maybe this is not the move. But I'm doing something, but might be not enough to win, but it's a little bit unpleasant actually. King g3 was possible, also maybe to play some h4. It's hard to say. And then this position is actually quite bad for him, because actually I have a better king, I have a better rook, and I have this weak pawn. This c pawn is and this rook has a tough time to get some counterplay. I mean, if he could activate the rook, then he'll be okay, but I don't see how he can do that. Maybe rook c1 was interesting here, giving this pawn or something, but just trying to run with this pawn. Maybe that was a better try. He played here. Probably this is not good, but maybe his position is already difficult. I don't know. And this was very smart move, I think. Rook c2 is very, very good, because otherwise he's doing something. Okay, of course, this I cannot do because of check, but I think this is sometimes an unpleasant threat, because then he will just enter with a rook and come with a king also. So I thought this is like he's kind of paralyzed here, because if this, then I can check. If this, I can just take. If, well, and the thing also after this move here, I go somewhere, takes, and then I take here and I recover the pawn. But maybe this was still a better option than in the game actually. I'm not sure. This looks quite bad for him anyway, but. And yeah, it's like very difficult already. I don't know. I don't see how to save the game. If here, then I can go simply rook a2, and then this guy is hanging. So he played king g1, and I went this, which is smart because I have to check that he has this check. So g5, I just stop this knight f4, and then just come in with a king. And I think he's just lost probably. He played here, take. I took with the pawn, which should be correct. And then the thing is like I gave check, and I put my pawn on the 7th rank. And the thing is like he played here. Well, here maybe I can even take. But the thing is like all these endgames are lost, because anyhow I just get this pawn, and he's never in time. Just go somewhere, and I promote here, and I control the pawn. And so basically, yeah, this is lost. So he played, this is king's here. Oh, I think it's here. He played king f3, d2, king e4, here. And anytime he comes here, I can just go back and then give check. And all the endgames are gonna be lost for him. He played g4, he played rook b2. Basically, anytime also, I mean, I need my rook behind the pawn, and then it's gonna be very easy to win. So if he goes away, I just go back probably. Should be correct. And so he played king e3 here. No, I played king d5 first. And this, okay, this is like the last trick. Is like, okay. And if he takes whatever, I just change, and then again I collect this pawn, and I win the endgame. So I played here, and then just, oh, we got to this position. He resigned, because here I just go with king, give check, everything. So this pawn is too strong. And that was it.
Yeah, great. Would you mind to share us some maybe intense moments of your game?
Well, actually, I got a pair of bishops from the very beginning, but my position was a little bit difficult to organize, because my pieces were a little bit strange, and my king was in the center. But slowly I managed to organize a little bit, then I was probably slightly better. And I'm not sure where he made the final mistake. But he had a little bit unpleasant position, and I thought after the time travel he probably can hold somehow, but suddenly in a couple of moves it became very difficult for him, and I'm not really sure what he did very wrong, but slowly he got into trouble.
And how do you actually evaluate your chess after such a big break and playing again on the board and winning?
Well, actually, I feel extremely tired. I mean, I'm not used to play at all. And of course, I mean, chess demands a lot of energy, and you need to be very focused for a long time. I played 5 hours today, And although, of course, at home you train a little bit, you do some exercises or something, but you don't have the tension of a game. So it's very difficult to get back to the competition, of course. But I guess after a few games I will feel better. Sometimes I remember when I was out of shape, I had like a headache and I was like feeling terrible. But after a few games you get used and you can survive. But it's not easy.
Very happy you participate in this event, and thank you very much for your time, and good luck in the further games.
Thank you.